Okay, so this is Hope Kaya of SantaFeWebDesign.net, and this is a similar tutorial to ones I've done about blogging for search engine optimization, and this one has the difference of being a Q&A. We are working with dentalsantafe.us, and if you are in Santa Fe and you need a dentist, Phil Rivera is fabulous, and we are building his website, and we're doing it by adding questions and answers. We just started this Q&A today, so we have one question. I'm clicking on it to go show you. The first question, what is cosmetic dentistry? And it's a great question to have because people do Google what is this and what is that. And so people are Googling what is cosmetic dentistry. So we have the question and we have the answer. And then we also have a link to the Santa Fe Dental Services page on this website. And Google does still appreciate when you use keywords like Santa Fe Dental Services is something somebody might be searching for, linking to a page that's optimized for that phrase. And so what we're going to be doing is building more questions, which will, each time you add a new question, it'll push the old question down, and Google will appreciate the fact that you're growing your content. As Google's algorithms change, more and more it's focusing on websites with authentic, valuable content. And when you answer questions that people are really asking, that is definitely adding authentic, valuable content. And it's not just a trick for search engines. You don't want to do tricks, you want to add relevance because search engines know the difference. This linking is a bit of a trick, but it's also adding relevance because if somebody's interested in cosmetic dentistry, they may be interested in your dental services. So if it's a trick that also adds relevance, you can use it. Okay, so we're going to start adding new questions here. And what we've done is we've clicked on the login button, and your website should have a login button. And after you click it and put your username and password in, then you need to have a new button put in. It might say new blog post, it might say new article. As long as you know it's for creating a new page on your site, you can click on it. And then you have, and I used something called the JCE Content Editor, and I recommend that you use it. It's free, except for the plugins, which are cheap. And I recommend you use the whole thing. And you'll see all these cool buttons that make it really easy to edit your site. So what we've done is we've put our question and answer in a text document. And here it is. Why is it important to floss? So we're ready to start copying and pasting out of our text document into this new file. So I'm going to copy the title, and then I'm going to copy the answer. Now, I'm going to show you the safest way to do this right now. In case you're working with a Word document that has formatting in it, I'm going to suggest that you roll your cursor over this little clipboard and choose Paste as Plain Text, and wait for that window to open, and then paste the text in there, and then choose Insert. Now we have a funny little bug with our display here that's showing it as centered, but it's not. I'm going to just click. It's not when you publish it, but I want to see it left aligned, so I just click the left aligned. So here we have the answer, and the reason I chose this as a way to paste it was because if you use a Word document, for instance, and there's some colors or bolding or italics, it can end up putting some very junky code in here that you can't see but slows the loading and makes it look weird. So this will strip all that. If you use this paste as plain text, that'll strip all that funky code. You might have to go back in and bold again. If you need to make something bold, you just hit Control B or Command B. And italic, Command I, but you can just use these buttons here. So here we have the answer, and now we're going to link Santa Fe Dental Services to the Santa Fe Dental Services page. And the way we do that is we highlight it, okay? And then we click on the link icon here. We wait for it to load. Now the pages that we're going to right now happens to be listed in the menu across the top of the website. So I can click on menu, and it's the top menu in this case, and you can see there's a services link. And you can see when I clicked on it, a bunch of code showed up here. That means we did it right. If this were blank, that means you have to click this again to fill that, okay? And then you leave everything else as it is and you choose insert. Now depending on your situation, you may see this already underlined. It may not even look like anything happened at all. You may have to roll your cursor over to see an underline. But if you do roll your cursor and you don't see an underline, that means it didn't work. Now if I click on here, see how the link button is sort of grayed out? That means it's a link. If I wanted to undo the link, I could click on unlink. So now we've got the answer and the link we want, and we need to put something in the meta tag for Google, the descriptive meta tag. I'm going to copy this last sentence right now, and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to paste it in the meta description. And then I'm going to put flossing explanation here. So this is a little description of the page which Google does pay attention to. This is where you would put a tiny phrase like flossing explanation or whatever with commas in between if you want more than one. You rarely need more than one. And this is something Yahoo and Bing might read, but Google won't. So you can even skip this if you're only thinking about Google. But this is important. This part here is important. Okay, so we've done this question and the answer. What we haven't done is click on the correct category. And if you don't do this, like if I clicked on Team Bios right now, this question and answer would show up in the page that has all the staff members on it. So we don't want that. We want this to go into the dental Q&A. And we're going to say it's published. We're ready to publish it. If you wanted to make it a draft, you could push it unpublished. And if you were opening this later and you decided you wanted to trash it, you could trash it right here. But we're just going to have it be published. Just ignore everything else. Okay, unless you want to tell it to start publishing in the future. I mean, you could theoretically do 20 of these questions and answers in one day and then tell them this one this Friday, this one next Friday, this one next Friday, and you just click on this calendar and you click on the day you want it to start publishing, and then you're sort of dripping, they call it dripping the information, and that way you know, you can go take a day off, go to a nice place and just do a whole bunch of them all at once and then time them down the road. Okay, so we've done it. So now we can hit save. And now we can go to the dental Q&A and you can see that it's been added and it's pushed the other one down. And so you want to be doing this regularly to improve your ranking with Google. So once again, this is about search engine optimization and blogging, but in this case it's a Q&A format, and I so recommend Q&A formats because so many people are at a loss about what to put on their blog. And however, so many people are answering questions their clients are asking all the time. So the content is right there at your fingertips. You don't have to be too creative. Just every time you answer a question, or even look at your portfolio, look at your past clients and ask yourself, what question did I answer or what problem did I solve? And then add and add and add and add. All right, that's it. Happy web marketing. This again is Hope Kaya of SantaFeWebDesign.net.